Jesus might be your Lord, and that's okay. But Jesus ain't my Lord, and Jesus ain't everybody's Lord. But if that's your path, walk it, sister. Don't argue. Some of y'all spend more time trying to convince other people to follow your religion than you spend trying to build your life. You got saved according to who? A human being told you you were saved? No. 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 A sinner told a sinner that they were saved. Lord have mercy. What about these young sisters robbing men and then unaliving them? Black women didn't used to do that. Snow Bunny Hopper think he gonna get on here talking that crap. Snow Bunny Hopper. Why am I at the school this early? Because I'm dedicated to my purpose. See, real black men build independent black institutions, not just YouTube pages. Real black men build independent institutions for the people, not just YouTube pages. Real black men build. I'm a builder. I'm a builder. So brothers and sisters, you have to dig deep to get to that piece of diamond, that piece of gold. I swore I just saw a footprint in the snow. I don't know if I'm losing my mind, brothers and sisters, but I just see a new footprint in the snow that wasn't there. Did the ancestors just pull up on King Kong consciousness? Did the ancestors just pull up at Ifa Tunde Avenue? Did the ancestors just pull up at Dr. Papa Boulevard? Did the ancestors just pull up at Prince of Pan-Africanism Parkway? I see a new footprint. I even heard the noise. Where that footprint come from? Where did that footprint come from, brothers and sisters? I'm going to show y'all the footprint. Y'all think I'm tripping. I'm going to show y'all the footprint. Look at this footprint. You see that footprint? Where that come from? You don't see no other footprints over here. All the footprints is in the middle. We going over here. See that? No footprints over here. No footprints over here. No footprints over here. And then there's a footprint right there. One single footprint. Am I losing my mind, or is that ancestors? Am I losing my mind, or is that ancestors? Am I losing my mind, brothers and sisters, or is that an ancestral footprint? Look, no other footprints. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe it's just a coincidence. See, when I speak, I think the ancestors come to listen to me sometimes because I'm on an ancestral mission. I'm a son of Ogun, but I'm on an ancestral mission. So when I speak, I think the ancestors come to listen to me. Straight up, no jokes. See, the people laughing, you know you're dealing with kunocracy consciousness. You know you're dealing with calcified Negro pineal glands. The people making jokes, don't pay them no mind. Don't give your positive energy to negativity. Let me say that again. The thought for today, don't give your positive energy to negativity. When you go to work today, if you walk into work happy, don't you let a low vibrational spiritual vampire steal your peace of mind. Don't you let a low vibrational spiritual vampire draw you into an argument. Don't you let a low vibrational spiritual vampire throw you off your square. Don't give your positive energy to negativity, brothers and sisters. Do not give your positive energy to negativity, brothers and sisters. You got to dig for the diamonds inside your soul. If you want to meet God, you got to earn that. You got to dig like you've never dug before. You got to pray like you've never prayed before. You got to practice righteous living like you've never practiced before. And to be honest with you, that's where a lot of us fall short at. To be honest with you, that's where a lot of us fall short at. We don't practice righteous living. Prayer is necessary, but prayer alone ain't gonna do it. Fasting is necessary, but fasting alone ain't gonna do it. Religious study, spiritual study is necessary, but it can't do it alone. Meditation, very, very necessary. But meditation ain't going to do it alone. You have to also practice righteous living. This is why a lot of our pastors fall off of their square. This is why a lot of our pastors fall off of their square. They'll preach in church and they know the Bible and the scriptures and all of this and all of that. But do you practice righteous living? Because righteous living is the toughest part of the spiritual journey. Can I get an ashe? Can I get an ashe? Righteous living is the most difficult part of the spiritual journey, brothers and sisters. Righteous living is the most difficult part of the spiritual journey. Righteous living is the most difficult part of the spiritual journey. My dear African brothers, when you see some warm, soft Cinnabons, but you know you got a wife at home. My African brothers, when you come across some warm, voluptuous, plump Cinnabons, but you know you got a wife at home, that temptation. The devil resides in the temptation. The devil is the temptation. Brothers, you want to earn your blessings? Turn down the most difficult cravings that you have. You got to turn down them Cinnabons at work. You got to turn down them Cinnabons at church. You got to turn down them Cinnabons in the community. That's right. You got to turn down them Cinnabons, because if you don't fight hard for spiritual redemption, you will never reach the diamonds in your soul. Black men, we got a wall of lust blocking us from spiritual salvation. Are y'all listening to me? I don't care if you Muslim, Christian, Hebrew, Nation of Islam, God and Earth, Nawapian, Seventh-day Adventist, colorblind, Christian, whatever you do. There's a wall of lust blocking the black man from his spiritual redemption. It ain't easy, brother. 5'5", thick in the thighs. It ain't easy, brother. But you got to understand, every time you add a sin to your karmic bank account, you can't cash in on the blessings till you pay off all that negative karma. Every time you add a sin to your karmic bank account, you got to pay off all that karma before you can cash in on your blessings. The same thing go for you, black women. The same thing go for you, black women. The same thing go for you, black woman. Oh, yes. Same thing go for you. Men cheat more, women cheat wiser. Men cheat more, women cheat wiser. Women are more clever. Men get caught because our ego don't want to hide in the first place. Let me say it again. Men get caught because our ego don't want to hide in the first place. Let me say it again. Men get caught because our ego don't want to hide in the first place. Black woman, you got a husband working hard at home. You no longer interested in him like that. He don't really raise your fire the way he used to. You got a little young buck at the job flirting with you, tapping you on your Cinnabons, making you happy. You getting dressed just to see him. That work relationship. That work relationship. That work. And your husband is like, why my wife getting all dressed up? She never used to do her hair. Now she getting her hair done a different style every day. Looking on. Why she's so excited now? Maybe the ancestors. No, it ain't the ancestors, brother. She got a little silverback gorilla at work. She got a little silverback gorilla at the workplace. Oh, yes, sister. The devil is at your workplace. The devil's job is to destroy your commitment to your spiritual path. That's the devil's job. And he got a whole army of demons working with him. He got a whole army of demons working with him. Now, of course, in Yoruba, we don't believe in a devil, supreme devil, but there's plenty of demons, you understand. There might not be a supreme evil, but there's a collective evil, So sisters, you got to stop. That's the devil doing that. You got the devil. He done colonized your womb. The devil then colonized your womb. You let another man go into your sacred space. That's the devil all over. The devil is the deception. The devil is the distraction. The devil's job is to make sure as few of us as possible ever achieve spiritual liberation. That's the devil's job. That's the devil's job. He's going to get as many of us as he can. Why do you see all these black men unaliving their wives and children? Why do you see all these black men unaliving their wives and children? What about these young sisters robbing men and then unaliving them? Black women didn't used to do that. You got these little young sisters, they meeting brothers in the club and at the casino, going up to the hotel room, robbing them and unaliving them. What about these young boys pulling up, doing mass shootings, unaliving all these innocent Africans? That's the devil at work. That's the devil at work. And then he make you feel good about doing wrong. Can I get an ashe? I said the devil wants to make you feel good about doing wrong. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Make you feel good about doing wrong. Whenever you feel lust, you need to close your eyes and say, "Get ye back, Satan. Get ye back, Ajagoon. Get you back." I'm telling you, get back on your path. Black people are not only suffering because we're not organized. Part of the reason we can't get organized is the devil is keeping Africans from coming together. The devil is even in your religion, not the beliefs, but the institutions. You got demons all in the church. You got demons all in the masjid. You got demons all in the temple. Yes, brothers and sisters. The devil is everywhere. When you think you're the closest to God, that's when the devil comes in acting like he's God. He's a great deceiver. He make you think you holy when you're not. The devil works with your ego to deceive you and make you think you okay. It's okay for you to commit this sin. My alcoholic recoveries, all my former alcoholics and drug users, y'all know about that devil. You walking down the street, you see some of your old drug partners, they getting high. They invite you over there. Come and hit this real quick. You deserve this. Come and get this 40 ounce. Break this 40 with us for the Super Bowl. You deserve this. That's the devil working with your ego. Your ego say, yeah, you got a right to get high one more time. Your ego say you work hard. You got a right to cheat on your wife this one time. The ego say you all right. You got a right to steal this one. No, that's the devil. He's the greatest psychologist to ever walk the earth in spirit. Sometimes you get a stranger walk up to you and try to motivate you to do wrong. A stranger walk up to you. Hey, homie, help me get this car real quick. Hey, homie, you want to hit this blunt one time? And the blunt is laced with formaldehyde and rat poison. And the next thing you know, you done went into a schizophrenic episode. That was a demon in physical form. That was a demon in physical form. You got to build a relationship with the Lord. I don't care about your beliefs. See, that's another big problem we got. We think the beliefs are going to save us. No, they don't. Beliefs are intellectual. Beliefs are emotional. Beliefs don't go to the level of spirit. You believe Jesus is the Son of God. No problem. But that's not helping you build a relationship with God. You believe Muhammad is the last prophet. No problem. But that's not helping you build a relationship with God. Don't confuse dogma with the spiritual path. Too many of you are confusing dogma with the physical path, the spiritual path. Dogma ain't got nothing to do with it. God don't care what road you take as long as you walk it the right way. Ashe? Ashe? God don't care what path you take as long as you walk it the right way. Get right with God. You want to get right with the church. You want to get right with the church. You're more worried about what the people think than what the Lord thinks. It ain't about getting right with the church. Get right with the Lord. You're not in this for the approval of the people. That's what's wrong with the mass religions. The mass religions, the people are God. Make sure you stay in good standing with the church. Make sure you stay in good standing with the pastor and the pastor sinning more than you. What are we doing? Make sure you stay in good standing with the pastor and the pastor sinning more than you. What are we doing? Make sure you stay in good standing with the church and the church sinning more than you. Who are they? God is no respecter of persons. Get right with the Lord. Well, let me study my Bible. No problem with that. You get inspiration from the Bible, no problem. I read some of the Bible chapters sometimes. I read some of the Quran sometimes. I read all kind of stuff. The Dhammapada of Buddha, the Gita of the East Indians. I read it all. It all come from me. But don't confuse mastery of the Bible with closeness to God. That might give you instruction, information, inspiration, but that can't deliver you. The deliverance is in the work. The work. You have to do the work. And the toughest part of the spiritual path is righteous living. And you know what? Some of you are on the spiritual path, but you dating somebody who could care less. Lord have mercy. Some of you are on the spiritual path. I'm not talking about no religion. I'm talking about a relationship with the Supreme. I don't care about no religion. I care about your relationship with the Supreme. Stop confusing religion with God. Stop confusing religion with the spiritual path. Jesus might be your Lord, and that's okay. But Jesus ain't my Lord, and Jesus ain't everybody's Lord. But if that's your path, walk it, sister. Don't argue. Some of y'all spend more time trying to convince other people to follow your religion than you spend trying to build your life. Stop wasting time trying to tell other people what they need to believe, because the beliefs ain't the problem. You got to live righteously. I don't care what jacket you put on, but when you come outside, you better have a jacket on. I don't care what shoes you put on. Why am I yelling? Block. Stupid ass questions. Are you saved? That's the first thing my Christian brothers and sisters will ask. And I love y'all. I'm not downing you. The Christian brothers and sisters will say, are you saved? Saved from what? Saved from what? You think because Jesus is your Lord, you are saved? Only the Lord can save you. The church can't save you. Jesus can't save you. The Supreme and only the Supreme. Are you saved? That's dogma and doctrine. Can't no other human being tell you you saved? No other human being can deliver you. Can't nobody tell you you saved? Oh yeah, I got saved last week. Huh? According to who? You got saved according to who? A human being told you you were saved? No. 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 A sinner told a sinner that they were saved. Lord have mercy. A sinner baptized a sinner, and now everybody's saved. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. A sinner took the shahada in front of another sinner, and now you think you saved. Lord have mercy. See how the devil works through the dogma? Do you see how the devil works through the dogma? Do you see how the devil works through the doctrine? Do you see how the devil works through the doctrine? And guess what? Some of us spend our whole life mastering doctrine and dogma. We never communicate with the Almighty. Some of us spend our whole life mastering dogma and doctrine, intellectual, emotional masturbation and never build a relationship with the Almighty. Some of us spend our whole life mastering the dogma and doctrine of a certain religion and never build a relationship with the Almighty. Brothers and sisters,